Brenda the Alchemist here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the spiritual health and fitness gym, the workout room, okay, aka the Be the Alchemist channel. For those of you who are new on your spiritual journey, your healing journey, congratulations. I applaud you. The gods and goddesses applaud you. The higher cosmic dimensional realms, okay, and all other galactic realms, interdimensional realms, all of the realms, honey, they applaud you. They celebrate you. They embrace you. They welcome you. You are welcome here. You are finally seen. You have finally reached a frequency and vibration where you are seen by other beings other than mortal humans in this third dimension matrix simulation, aka planet Earth, aka the dimension, the projects dimension, where it's ghetto and where it's crabs in a barrel and where people hate on you and try to block you and stop you from ascending and growing and evolving and becoming more than human, superhuman, supernatural, spiritual. Okay, those who just want to be human and mortal try to stop you and block you. They try to compete with you. You know, all of the things we are familiar with that we've been experiencing since we got here. But your spiritual personal trainer, okay, Brenda the Alchemist, is here in support, okay? And you are not alone, okay? I've been there, done that, still going through that, experiencing it with you all. So you're welcome here. We are a tribe here. We vibe here. We get each other. We get it, okay? So with that said, now that you realize that you was in a cemetery amongst the walking dead, you thought those friends, family members, partners, lovers, people you thought you could trust and who was loyal and who was riding for you and down for you, you realize that they were very much zombified. They were a zombie. They were an energy vampire. They were feeding off of your energy, living off of you. You were their generator. You were their charge station. You are their battery for them to feel alive because they look alive. Just because they're animated and they're walking and talking. You don't know what they're animated by. You don't know if they're animated by something angelic, pure, divine, goddess-like, God-like. You don't know what's animating them on the inside of their vessel, okay? Their human vehicle. You don't know. But now you realize you wasn't getting anywhere with those relationships, okay? Because relationships should take you somewhere, right? You should go from point A to B to C to D. You should be able to see how your life has been progressively progressing, okay, with the relationships and the connections you have had around you. But if you've only seen that your life has been declining, okay, and depleting, while everyone else's around you has been increasing, expanding, something's wrong with that, right? Yeah. So then you have an awakening, right? So you awaken to the truth that you live in an illusion. Okay, that everything that you thought that glittered was gold, it was fool's gold, okay? From the people, the places, the things, everything that you was attached to, that was your religious existence, okay? You lived by it. You didn't deny it. You didn't question it until now. Newly awakened chosen one. You decided, I think I do. I think I'm going to have to give my soul and my heart some attention and some much needed care because I'm surrounded by heartless, soulless, inconsiderate, selfish, dead on the inside people, places, and things. Whatever the situation has been, however it's been going for you, just know you're not alone. We've all been there and currently still could be dealing with some of these same examples. Just know you don't have to hang out in the cemetery. You don't have to kick it in the cemetery. You do not have to be someone's generator charge station so that they can feel alive. Okay? Whether they're feeding off your light energy or your dark energy. Okay? You don't have to keep falling for the okie dokie. Okay? Them getting you out of character and getting you out of your power, out of your strength, out of your confidence, out of your sense of security in yourself, out of your sense of safety, so that they can feel good about themselves. Okay? How you want to know you're dealing with a demonic person, someone who's devilish, okay? Someone who is of the evil one, okay? Devil in the reverse reads backwards, lived, because there's nothing alive about them, okay? They're literally the walking dead, spiritually, energetically, vibrationally, in frequency. They dwell in the low places, okay? You want to know you're dealing with somebody like that? Look at your life. Look at y'all relationship dynamic, okay? If you've been depleted, you feel like you've been depleted, you've been taken from throughout the relationship. I don't care how long it's been, what's been the history, the story, whatever. And you have very little to show for the relationship. They haven't added anything of true value to your life, okay? Realistically, like, be honest. It's okay. That's how you know you're dealing with someone who is of the evil one. So, yeah. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's the truth of the matter. That's the reality of the matter. I know that you thought you were going to, stick it out and have these connections and relationships forever. But, beloved, okay, they were only a karmic lesson, okay? They were just a lesson for your karma, a lesson for you to pay your karmic debt, okay? Because previously in a lifetime prior to this one, you did something or committed an injustice, okay, spiritually, and you had to reincarnate in this lifetime to pay back the debt, okay? So that means you transitioned out of that previous lifetime in debt. So you have to pay it back. And you pay it back through having these unfair, unhealthy, toxic, abusive, traumatic, imbalanced, unloving, unkind experiences with people who you have a soul contract with. It's a karmic contract, which means it's only meant for you to learn a lesson. That's it. You get the lesson, you get the aha moment, you start to realize and understand the purpose for the connection, the reason why the connection was established, the purpose of the lesson, where the lesson stems from, what trauma it's linked to and connected to, and what you guys have in common. What's the common denominator that bonded you two together in the first place? Okay, you allow yourself to feel whatever emotions you need to feel, because you can't heal something if you don't feel it, okay? And you have to allow the divine cosmic mother to heal your fragmented, broken heart so that you can become a master manifester and a whole person, not a broken person, not a fragmented person, because broken people and hurt people only continue to break things and break others from their pain and their hurt. like the saying, hurt people hurt people. Yes. Because if you come across a healed person or a healing person who is not broken and fragmented, they've put themselves together with the power of Father God and Mother Goddess. You won't be able to sustain and hold space with them or exchange with them because your frequency and your vibration is too weak. It's in a state of weakness. It's in a state of brokenness. It's in a state of fragmentation. Okay? You notice men and women who have a weak, distorted feminine energy in the presence of a man or a woman who has a strong, healed feminine energy. They come off like a mean girl. They're bitter. They're bitter, and they seek out others that they can use and manipulate. In a sense, they use their body to get what they want, for attention or time or affection, whatever is lacking in their soul that they haven't gained properly, fairly, purely, authentically, through real, true healing and transmutation. They try to seek it from other people. They try to seek it externally, outside of themselves. We've all done it. I've been there. I've done it until I corrected myself, because I knew I couldn't continue living that way. Okay? They are in a Empress in reverse energy, which is all the queens, the Queen of Swords, which is the communicator, the intellect, the intellectual, okay? The Queen of Wands, which is the fiery feminine energy, okay? She's sensual, she's sexual, she's energetic, she is fiery, okay? In her energy, very passionate, okay? The Queen of Cups, the emotional, the intuitive, the creative. The Queen of Wands is also creative as well. But yes, the Queen of Cups, the emotion, the empath, the emotional energy of the feminine archetype, okay? The intuitive. And the Queen of Pentacles, the practical, grounded feminine energy, okay? The one who's about her coin, who's about building and legacy and growth. If these queens within that makes up the Empress, these are in the reverse. All of these qualities and characteristics are going to be in the reverse. So if you come across a man or a woman who is an Empress in reverse, okay, they're inverted, all right? Their feminine energy is distorted and unhealed and toxic, okay? All of these qualities and characteristics of their feminine energy is going to be distorted and unhealed. Don't you know, like in school, when you have that pretty girl in school, and then there's the other pretty girl, not the other pretty girl, but there's another girl who might not be as pretty or secure or confident in herself. She always wants to be friends with the pretty girl. Why do you think that is? You know? And the pretty girl might not be 100%, confident, but she's getting there. She's on the path. She's making progress. The insecure, not so pretty girl is not even on path. Hasn't even gotten started. The pretty girl is a little further along on her journey. The unpretty girl wants to be friends and connect with the pretty girl because her value, her beauty, inside and out, can get her places. She's equipped, okay? She can move around and get around this world and in life. It's like that in this earth school experience on a spiritual level, on a soul level, on an energetic, vibrational level. Men and women who do not have a healthy, healed, feminine energy come off just like that insecure, unpretty girl in school. And if it's on a deep level, they come off like a mean girl. You know what I'm saying? They want to devalue the pretty girl, make her feel like she's not important, she's not seen. Get off your pedestal, get off your high horse. Nobody cares. You're not that cute. You're not that fine. You're not that fire. You're not that fiery. You're not that fly. You're not that desirable. You're not that sexy. You're not that talented. You're not that brilliant. You're not that intelligent. You're not all these well-rounded things that a lot of healthy men and women who have a healthy feminine energy possess. They're magnetic. They're enchanting. They're mysterious because you can't really put your finger on their energy because they're so like just that dope. It's like they're full of surprises. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you study divine dark feminine energy, like there's so much like to this power, to this presence. And you have to get it, you have to get to know it for yourself. And you have to seek it within yourself. But people have toxic feminine energy, man or woman, they come off like an ugly, mean girl. Just in a nutshell. They come off like an ugly, mean girl. They're insecure. They get their validation and attention from using their body, they're lustful. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's where they place their value on how good they are in the bedroom or how many they could smash or, and then the more you do that, the longer you stay in low frequency toxic energy, the higher chance you have for demonic attachment and demonic entity to house your vessel. Okay? And if you have a lustful behavior and that connects to a lustful demonic energy, once that is driving your vessel, you no longer have a say in your physical health, your mental health, your financial health, because being lustful depletes all of these things in your life. Because you're not using your spicy sacral energy for something that's going to bring you a positive return on where you invest your energy at. People, that's why the STD and STI rates are so high, because people are sharing spicy, bedroom energy with people who are energetically and spiritually compromised and unbalanced. But so there's that. But so back to the schoolgirl and earth school example I was using. A healthy person who has a balanced, healthy, feminine energy, man or woman, does not want to be friends or connected to the mean girl. Okay? They don't. They don't have anything in common. They are not going to be able to harmonize because one is in self-destructive, self-inflicted, abusive energy. And the healthy person who has healthy, balanced feminine energy can't relate to that because they've graduated and vibrated out of that lower frequency. So what are you guys going to talk about? It's going to be very hard for the one who is unhealthy in their feminine energy to balance and harmonize with someone. You guys' energies are going to repel each other. Okay? So whether you're internally projecting negativity into the situation, preventing proper balance and harmonization between you two, or not, external forces, external influences will be able to infiltrate and put a wedge between you two because there's no internal harmony and balance. So if anyone was to infiltrate the situation, the connection, the potential connection or harmonization, they will be able to because one of you is imbalanced. One of you is unhealed in your feminine energy. So there could be no pure, true love to exchange and harmonize from the situation. There can be nothing beautiful. No beauty could come from you guys rocking with each other and walking with each other and being around each other and building and growing with each other. There can be no growth because a true empress brings growth to a situation. And when there is one-sidedness and an imbalance, the balanced one is going to remove themselves. They're going to be repelled. They're going to be turned off and just, disgusted. Because the energy, it has nothing to do with anything on a personal or a third dimensional or human or mortal aspect. It has everything to do with the spiritual, energetic, vibrational aspect. Because we are spirit having an earthly, physical experience. It's not the other way around. That's the order of it. We got here through spiritual means, and we are to live out and carry out a spiritual purpose and intention and reason for living here and existing here and being here. So anybody who's putting their third dimensional, physical, carnal, mortal needs before their spiritual needs is out of order, is out of natural, spiritual, universal, cosmic order. That's backwardsness. And and living in that way, the longer you live in that way, in that manner, things are going to get very, very difficult and challenging. Because it's unnatural. And the objective is to achieve from your nature, achieve maintaining the natural state and being of things and expanding and increasing and growing and ascending and rising into the supernatural. So your natural self has to connect to the supernatural so that you can advance, expand, and grow and rise and ascend. Otherwise, you're going to just stay at a lower frequency, at a lower level, at a lower vibration. Okay, friends and family. That's all I have for you today. Brenda the Alchemist, your favorite spiritual personal trainer, where we get our strength up, our weight up, and yeah. Thank you for spending time with me on this day, wherever you are in the world. I hope this strengthened you. I hope this enlightened you. I hope that this encouraged you. And I hope that this helped you for your journey, okay? Until next time. Oh, also, don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel so that these conversations and these spiritual health and fitness sessions can get out across the world for others who may need to hear them and may need to hear this perspective. I really appreciate the love and the energetic exchange and your visitation to my channel. Take care. Peace, love, enlightenment, and bliss to you all on your journey. Take care.